Welcome to the Salesforce for Everyone YouTube channel. So I've seen a lot of hype recently about some of the topics, like Salesforce Administrator jobs are going out the window and only developer jobs are on the rise right now, and that there's so many more developer jobs than there are admin jobs in the Salesforce ecosystem. So first off, I want to agree that there are more developer jobs than there are administrator jobs. However, I have to strongly disagree that admin jobs are absolutely not going out the window. Admin jobs are actually at an all-time high, and it seems like people are pointing to very specific scenarios that they're seeing to point towards admin jobs leaving and developer jobs expanding. Specifically, in countries like India, developer jobs are really all that are available, and that's very true. But when we look at the world as a whole, and specifically the United States, Canada, the UK, these jobs are not going anywhere. Admin jobs are, to the point that many are making, are expanding because of tools like Process Builder and Flow that were not available, 5 years ago, that are now regularly available. They're constantly updated, and they are absolutely mitigating the amount of work that needs to be done with custom code. And they are highlighting what a Salesforce administrator can do with no code background and no ability to code. Now, do you need to be smart as a Salesforce administrator and understand business processes and how the business functions and how the data is going to react and the sort of the order of operations of how things are going to take place and how to debug issues with simple errors? Yeah, absolutely. You need to understand those things, but that's not the same as writing code, whether it's JavaScript or Apex or anything else. It's very different. So I want to focus in on the fact that these jobs are not going away. Another thing that I see are people talking about how much developers get paid compared to an administrator. So I'm going to take a moment to share my screen here. So I want to pop over to this screen right here. And what you're going to find is that Salesforce administrators start at about 105,000 for maybe intermediate level, 118,000 plus for senior level. And then you have to keep in mind that a Salesforce administrator, a senior level administrator, sort of graduates into this space where they're sort of considered a business analyst. Then you can move into consulting, obviously, but you can expect for a senior administrator to easily make $120,000 to $130,000. Go look at Jordan Nelson. I just interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, and he has one certification, 3 years experience, no code background, doesn't do any code work, makes over $120,000 a year as a admin for a company. I can look at my own background, and I can say that I do Salesforce freelance consulting and make over $220,000 a year doing only administrative tasks. I have no idea how to code. I'm not PD1 certified or anything else for that fact, other than administrative certifications. So how is it that Salesforce administrator jobs are going out the window when I can make $220,000 working 20 hours a week? And I know other people who work full-time jobs making hundreds of thousands of dollars as Salesforce administrators. So I do agree that Salesforce developers do make more money. I agree with that. But I also agree that Salesforce administrators and developers both make way more than the average income and way more than the threshold for living lucrative lifestyles, especially if you're looking at dual incomes. You might look at, okay, we have a husband and wife who are Salesforce developers. They make $300,000 a year. We have a husband and wife who are Salesforce administrators. They make $240,000 a year. Is that really? I mean, I understand that it's a big difference, but they're also extremely lucrative on both ends. So why do we focus so much on how much one makes over the other unless we're differentiating buying our vacation home versus not buying a vacation home? We're not looking at standard of living anymore. We're looking at salary gaps based on wanting to make a lot of money and then even more than a lot of money. So I think it's fair to say that these jobs make more money, but I don't think it's fair to tell people not to be administrators or not to focus on being administrators because of a potential income gap. The other thing I want to point out is let's head over to LinkedIn. So let's just, for the sake of one specific video that I saw searching out jobs in Palo Alto, California. So you can see I've got Palo Alto plugged in here. And we're going to search Salesforce Administrator. And I think the thing that has been shared is that When you search for Salesforce administrators, there's nothing to be found. And all you're going to find are developers, and there's no need for administrators, even if you search Salesforce Administrator. So let's find out, right? I mean, that would be very troubling if we search Salesforce Administrator and all that come back are developer results. That would be troubling. I would be concerned about that. So is it true? Salesforce Administrator, Palo Alto, California. The first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I mean, the list goes on, right? Okay, right here, finally seeing a technical lead as a promoted post. Do I have to get past promotions? I've got to go, where are we? I mean, okay, here we go. So item number, what are we looking at there? Maybe 20, 30 is the first developer post that you see. So going back to reiterate, I agree, there are more Salesforce developer jobs than there are administrator jobs. However, there are an abundance of Salesforce administrator positions. And we can go look at these, right? So Palo Alto, California, this isn't exactly my stomping ground, but I know that it was brought up specifically. So let's go pick one. Let's pick this one that even says Salesforce admin or developer that's been promoted. Let's see. So I'm just going to hop down to the requirements real quick. Number one, if you've watched any of my videos, this is bogus. Like they want 4 years experience. It's just not true. They think that's what they need. So let's look at the experience. Strong experience understanding Salesforce data model. Okay. Experience with UI and process development. I think we can handle that. Lightning experience. Now, experience with Visualforce? No, not really. That's development. Experience with community pages? Probably not. That's development. Salesforce automation experience? Yeah, for sure. Salesforce deployment from sandbox to production? Not a problem. Reporting? Sounds great. Experience with Apex code or understanding another language is helpful. Experience with Salesforce integrations is desirable. SQL and SOQL are helpful. So let's point out that they are highlighting in this that if you're a developer, that's a plus. But what they're really looking for are administrative needs. So let's go check out this next one. Head down to requirements. Let's see, 1 to 3 years of experience, maybe 3 to 5 years as a professional, strong ability to think critically, problem solve. Let's see, more of it's up here. Reports and dashboards, support rollout and ongoing basis of new functionalities that they're going to add. Be the subject matter expert on Salesforce. Okay, we're looking at another great admin role here. So going through this, and so again, this area is not my area. So let's jump back to Tampa. Maybe it's different. Maybe there's so many jobs in a place like Palo Alto that, of course, there are plenty of admin jobs. So let's go to Tampa. Much smaller city, within 25 miles of Tampa. Remote Salesforce admin. We got a promoted remote Salesforce developer. This is EMS, one of the consulting firms in Tampa. We have a junior Salesforce admin, another admin. So I could go on, right? I'm not finding what we've been told, right? I'm not finding what is being preached and what is being persuaded and what is being put in these clickbait videos that people just get excited to go watch. And then they give up on their Salesforce careers. And if you know me, you know I'm extremely passionate about Salesforce. And I think that the natural progression into a Salesforce career is Salesforce administration, because you need to understand the front end core functionality of Salesforce and how it functions and what you can do with declarative functionality, clicks, not code. Before we go writing Apex code to solve every solution, you should fully understand how to create process builders and what they can do, how to create flows and what they can do. And when you really need to move over into creating custom Apex, because I agree that a lot of companies have Apex now. Do I agree that they should have Apex? Not always, because much of what can be done inside of a business can be done with standard functionality like process builders and flows, smart Salesforce administrators, third-party applications that can be managed and you pay a license fee for it instead of building a subset of code that relies on a full-time developer to manage. Developers are in extreme need, absolutely in extreme need. Administrators are also highly sought after, plenty of jobs available. There's no shortage. You can see I did this wide open for you. This is not a screenshot. This is not me taking the screenshot I want to see, scrolling until I get to what I want to show you. This is me showing you in Salesforce. So if you're watching videos and you're reading blogs and you're not going and checking and validating this information yourself, please do that. Don't click on a clickbait video that gets you excited and at the end of the day gets you depressed about your potential to move into a Salesforce career path. I want you to be excited about Salesforce and the potential that it holds for you and the ability for you to transition from wherever you are today into a new Salesforce job. Now, I'm going to leave in the video description some notes and some links there where I've shown multiple people, hundreds of people, how to go from not knowing what Salesforce is to landing Salesforce Administrator jobs. You can watch my other videos about how I have been able to make hundreds of thousands, over $200,000 a year working part-time as a Salesforce Administrator. And you can do it too. I'm not saying you're going to do it this year, but I'm saying that if you focus your energy and you move forward, this is doable. If you don't like writing code and you don't want to be a developer, you don't have to be, and don't let anyone tell you different. I will be the first person to raise my hand when administrator jobs are no longer here. But Salesforce is constantly moving in a direction where they are making everything easier for administrators and making development jobs more specialized. And I have no doubt that over the next 2, 3, 5 years, Salesforce is going to continue, because it only makes sense for them as a business model, to continue to make things easier for people who don't have coding backgrounds, who don't understand how to write in other languages, and they prefer to use point and click functionality to solve their problems, because that's what makes a tool easy to use and makes a tool scalable for the long run and desirable for clients over a long period of time. So all of this to say, you can see I'm passionate. I'm not making this video to, try to bash anybody or call out anybody. I just want you guys to be informed, and I want you to see both sides of the picture. And I just want you to vet things on your own and not give up because, you read a couple things that say Salesforce admins aren't relevant. It's absurd. So I hope this is taken, for what it is, and just me being, extremely motivated to help people become Salesforce professionals. There's plenty of room for everybody. There's plenty of room for you. This is not going away anytime soon, guys. It's been on an uphill, just tremendous uphill climb for the last 10 years now, maybe more. And it's just not going away anytime soon. And I'll be the first person to make a video and tell you, guys, I'm taking all my videos down because it's no longer valuable. The admin jobs are wiped out. I will be the first one to take it down. I don't even have my YouTube account monetized because I'm not here for the money. I'm here to help you. I don't want you watching ads before my videos. I don't want you watching ads during my videos. I don't want you having to jump over hurdles to get to the information that's meaningful. I want you to see it first, right up front. When I monetize, it will be because I am donating every penny that comes into this into furthering Salesforce careers for people who are less fortunate. And that'll be the day I monetize, and I will announce to this group that, hey, I'm monetizing, and I will be transparent with the finances, and I'll show you that every penny's going back to this community. All of that to say, I'm passionate about the Salesforce Ohana. I want you guys to have information that's actually accurate, and I want you to be able to make career decisions based on information that's accurate. Do your own homework, vet your own information. And anyway, thanks for watching.